Alright, how are we doing, folks? It's your boy Marcos kicking it off here. Freestyle Friday. You already know I do whatever the hell I feels like it. And we're doing some Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops mission. I'm over here with the captain. As we all know, one of my good friends. Shouts to the captain chilling in Miami. Not even chilling, he's just sweating in Miami because it's so warm down there. I'm busy over here freezing, even though, check it out, it's been a high of 40 degrees this week. It's crazy. It's been so warm. I don't even know what to do with myself. I just don't know what to do with myself. So I started one day, I was like, yo, man, we got these Spec Ops missions right here to finish out. I think he didn't have a... I don't know, we weren't hooking up, like, you know, on live when Modern Warfare 2 was around. We did the Modern Warfare 3 ones, but with the Modern Warfare 2 ones, we never quite finished. And I was like, dude, let's just do this, man. Like, we stopped here for whatever reason. Let's go. Obviously, I'm veteran, obviously on the difficulty, most difficult setting on Earth. I don't play that weak-ish. And this is a tough one. Basically, we gotta just traverse this whole land and get to our drop zone, and then eventually some jugs are gonna come along, and it's all mayhem. We gotta do it. We're probably on this for like, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, half an hour. I don't know. There'll just be people popping out everywhere, and before you know it, you're like dead. I mean, look at all those dots that all of a sudden just showed up. So I'm glad I was one with the captain here, because you definitely gotta roll heavy when you do this. It's always good. It's always so much easier to have help in this. So much easier to have help in this. And we kind of stopped here just because we were tired, but we gotta go back and finish this, hope. You hear me? We gotta go back and finish this, dog, after we beat Dead Island, though. One step at a time. It's that free game they gave us on Xbox Live, so I was like, alright, man, we might as well scoop that up. It's, you know, Dead Island. You know, today I don't really have much of a topic. I got a couple things I want to bring up. That's it. So we're gonna fluster around everything. Dead Island. You know, it's a zombie game. It takes place in like a island. It takes place in like you know, one of these like rich resorts place, and everyone turned into a zombie and shit. And you know, it's got some RPG elements to it. It's got some leveling up. It's got some, you know, building stuff. It's nifty. It's, you know, I think it got an 8 out of 10 when it came out, and I 100% agree with that. It's an 8 out of 10 game. It's got a lot of good stuff going, but it's not anything too great. I kind of put it in the same boat I put those Left 4 Dead games, you know. Good games, but not great. Not anything exceptional. But solid games and fun entertainment games, especially when you got a button you can play online with. And hey, for the right price of free, yeah, I could definitely mess with that. Oh my god, I'm just looking over here and I just turn around to see my death just coming in, and that knife's the dude. Man, that thing was lagging right there with the delay. Golly. Modern Warfare 2, baby. Gotta love it. Some people call this the best game ever made. Some people are dumb too. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that debate on what the best Call of Duty game is. Maybe we'll save that for a special Friday. It could be its own Friday edition right there. Oh no, I'm bleeding now. Oh god. Alright, you know, just kind of find a couple of Titanfall thoughts. You know, I've been reading up and getting a little more educated towards the game. I've really not heard anything negative about Titanfall. You know, I think I heard Bobby, the guy who does like videos for like IGN. I don't really watch his videos ever, but sometimes I do. And I was curious to see, because it was called like what a Call of Duty player thinks about Titanfall. I was like, yeah, let's see what he thinks. And I was so happy when the first thing he said is like, I just can't get used to like the bots being here. Like, if there's a game mode without bots, please. And literally, I like voiced this like 1,000 times at work. I was like, yes, please, no bots. I don't need bots in my life. But, you know, it's only a matter of getting used to it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna play it. We'll see how it goes. And you know, ultimately, it was fun. So that's the part that I really enjoyed about it. It was fun. It was entertaining. But I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't know. I think there's a big difference. My man, who's down right here? Oh no, who's down? Why are you down on the opposite side? Here's the part that pisses you off the most, because he goes down, and obviously you want to go help him get back in the game. Because okay, hell, you need him, and you know you want to step up over them. And then when he asks for the description, like, where are you? He's like, I'm behind this like container over here. I was like, is anyone around? He's like, no. I'm like, dude, there's a guy just run right by it, but he didn't like even see him. It probably just wasn't even in face. So yeah, man, countless times. And wait till we get to the jugs, man. That shit was like a panic, like when those things would happen. Gosh. This is a tough mission, man. And there's one like the oil rig where you just have to kill jugs. Now, killing jugs, it's not, you know, it's feasible. It's pretty tough killing jugs on veteran, but it's feasible. You get a sniper rifle, you lay a couple shots in, and you flashbang them. You could do it. It's just still difficult even knowing what you're doing with it. Games that came out this week, though. Let's talk a little bit about the release this week. This week was pretty big, and releases a lot of good games coming out this week. We got this first. I'll start with the Strider HD remake, or a reboot, I guess would be the appropriate word. It wasn't really a remake. I think it was a reboot. I don't know what you call reboot, remake, whatever. I've heard a lot of good things about it. You know, 8 out of 10s, 8.5 out of 10s. I'm personally not going to get it. I never really played the original Strider. I've seen footage of it. I've seen people play it. It looks like a very cool game. I could definitely imagine at the time that thing pushing the limits. But I ain't getting into that. I'm not really gonna get into it right now. It's one of those like Xbox Live download titles, you know, PSN download titles and whatnot. So hey, if you played the original Stride and that means something, you go ahead. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna. I don't even know how much it is. 10, 15 bucks. I don't really want them. What I did get a good deal on is my boy Rayman right there, Definitive Edition. Actually started playing that earlier today. Well, this video comes out on Friday morning, so it's Thursday night. I started playing it. Man, is that thing sweet. You could expect that to be here on one of the Freestyle Fridays. I mean, platforming games in general have kind of died out. I'm not even going to say died out. You know, they just kind of changed through the times. And they definitely aren't. I mean, you look at it right now, what platform games are really are. I think a lot of indie games have kind of taken that notion of as to keeping up with the platforming games. But to me, indie games, and I hate to bash on indie games, because, you know, it's a nice story, and I definitely want, you know, a small company to come in there and you know, make their game and make their product and have this vision and be able to do it. I think that's great, rather than just having like these big titans of the industry controlling everything. There's definitely a market for them, but I honestly can't even name you a single indie game that I've liked, that I've played. The only one that comes to mind is Path of Exile, and I mean that's like a legit like indie game. That's a legit RPG kind of game, free to play online. You should look it up. It's a wonderful game. I mean, a lot of people say it's what Diablo 3 should have been. And you know, they're kind of right in that regard. I'm telling who I was like, please be careful here with this guy. We don't want this guy to take us both out. I managed to pop him right there, and I'm still shooting his dead body just in case. Well, this is a strategy, you know. We just use me as a guinea pig. I get popped, he saves me, whatever. And he's a lot more safe and cautious. I'm a lot more reckless, so it kind of really worked out well here. That's about it, and that's like a full-fledged game, though. That could be a AAA title, you know. Like, I never really got into like a Super Meat Boy kind of game. I remember I took a video game class at Syracuse when I went there. And it was a video game narrative, right? And you know, video game storylines or whatever. And I was appalled at like what some of these people were playing. I think there's a cast of characters that play certain games. You know, it's not being stereotypical or judgmental about it, either good or bad. It's just that certain people play certain kind of games. So when I look around that class, I'd see, you know, these like nerdy type of guys, and they'd be the ones telling me that, you know, I'm trying to even think of like the indie games at the time. You know, Fez, for example. They go and tell me like Fez is like better than any game they've ever played in their life. And I've heard a lot of good things about Fez. I personally haven't played Fez. I understand it's, you know, a platform, innovative, whatever, blah blah blah. I understand that Phil Fisher's out of his mind, the guy who made it. But it, you know, so many good things about Fez. And then you go and look at it and you're like, what? Like this is a little rabbit. Like what the? I mean, you can't just book by cover. I understand it probably does a lot of good things. If I had the money and the time, I would definitely do it, but I'm still at a point in my life where I'd rather invest that time and money into a AAA title like a Rayman, like a Mario game, knowing what I'm going to get out of that platforming game, knowing that there's going to be some innovation, but that, hey, there's a studio that spent 2 years working and busting their ass over this, and this is Nintendo seal of approval on it, whereas, you know, rather than going that, but that's like, that goes into a whole different argument, you know, that goes into like the whole, like, people like that have Steam and whatnot, and yeah, like the Steam sale and all that stuff. That's just a world that I don't go into. I'm strictly a console gamer for the most part. I dabble a little bit in the computer when a game like Path of Exile come out, a game like Diablo 3. I'll mess around with my computer. But aside from that, I'm not really too into that. And over here we get the jug coming from behind us. I was waiting. I didn't want to jump because we had gotten killed here already so many times before. I'm just trying to flash this sucker. I'm like, come on, dude. I'm telling him, I was like, we gotta take this guy out. I drop over here for cover. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. I'll die, but I'm at least taking this dude with me. And yep, I died, and at least we took the guy with us. So Rayman came out, a great 2D platforming game, and I really hope that there's a lot more of those coming out in the future. I doubt it. I don't think there's that much of a niche market. You know, when you go look, for example, like a game like Metroid, I would love for a 2D console Metroid. I just don't think it will sell. I don't think they're going to do it either. I don't think it'll sell. Talking about 2D platformers, this week Donkey Kong, that Tropical Freeze game came out. Had an opportunity to play that later, yesterday, or yeah, Thursday. Okay, so whatever this video comes out today, Thursday. This is Friday morning, whatever. I played it on Thursday night. Played it at the Nintendo store. Smooth, silky smooth, very nice, gorgeous graphics, HD. What they do with some of the stages is crazy. I still haven't even beaten the Wii one yet. I just haven't gotten around to playing it, but it's definitely motivated me to do so. And maybe we'll even see some videos of that coming up here. It's difficult, it's fun, it's great. It's a Donkey Kong. I really enjoy it thoroughly, but I'm glad they brought back that series over there. And then next week's also jam-packed with releases, man. We're looking at Castlevania, Thief, and stuff like that, but we'll talk a little bit more about that next week. And that's kind of it. I mean, the Irrational Games thing, you know, the guys who made Bioshock Infinite, that they closed down that studio. They didn't even close it down. That they're, you know, Ken Levine, the guy who runs the studio, saying that he wants to go with a smaller crowd of maybe like 15 people and make smaller narrative like DLC or downloadable type of game. So he decided to change direction. Obviously, it's bad for those guys that they lose a job. You always hate to see that in any sort of field or industry, any kind of person. But I mean, hey, these guys made BioShock Infinite. Like, somebody's gotta hire them, dog. Like, if you're a video game company and you're looking for, you know, guys to bring in that AAA product, yeah, like you want to bring in that AAA product. And I actually had a nice little influx of games right here. I actually got BioShock Infinite and Skyrim for $30. They had like a deal on Amazon for it. They also have one, I think, for Dishonored and Borderlands 2, maybe it's the other one. But the Skyrim and the BioShock Infinite, I hadn't had the opportunity to play either of those games, partially by design. I always want to play BioShock Infinite. BioShock 1 and 2 were amazing if you haven't played those. If you haven't played BioShock 1, just literally turn off this video, go run and buy it, or borrow from a friend, or do something, and look at me just dodging the wheel here before I'm dying, because boy, oh boy, and I'm like, come on, sucker. I was like, I know you're right behind me. Come on. And Husani died, and I'm like, oh no. I was like, we're in some trouble. And I know he never wants to see this, because he asks, he's like, you safe? And I always tell him, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. But now that he actually gets to see the other side, I completely lie to him 9 out of 10 times. It's never fine. I'm always in some serious shit. Like, look at that thing. I almost just died right there at the end of the damn stage. You know how pissed I would have been? And I'm over here, I'm looking. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, please, who do something? Got 30 seconds to pick him up, and I'm like, come on, man, tell me about it. Boom, get him right there. Headshot, boom. Now we got to pick him up and hopefully win the game here. Nope, look at that. Guy turned around. I'm like, oh, check. Oh, come on, keep running. I'm like, yo, you know what? I ain't even going to fuck with him. I only got 46 bullets. Let me pick you up, and then we can both fuck with him. And he ducks over there, and eventually we'll kill this guy. Oh, man, I forgot already to throw in. Yo, this week we're dedicating, I'm trying to dedicate it to a man who's in jail and wrongfully, and so O.J. Simpson, he's rightfully so for murdering his wife. I mean, we all kind of figured that he did that, but hey, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. But he's wrongfully in jail for robbing somebody for his own stuff. What kind of shit is that? How can you rob somebody if the stuff is yours? This is crazy. Have a great weekend.